Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at XRP. I know, but you can't help what the heart wants, all right? You know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And what I see here is an asymmetrical triangle. That's what my eye sees, which is and we've spoken about it last time we looked at it, it's a 50-50, isn't it? It could break out, could break down, could do anything other than go left. And in this market, not even that is ruled out. But, you know, on the weekly, there's nothing other than this formation that's redeeming. In fact, there's really nothing about it that is redeeming on the weekly. There's no relationship to moving averages of any form which is endearing in any way. But on a risk to reward basis, you could think about the bottom side of this support range as well as the 20 weekly Bollinger Band. And let's just measure it from where we are right now to the top of that range. All right, 35%, bringing us up to about $1.05. That's an interesting level. Oops, I just banged my keyboard there. That's an interesting level because if we go to the daily, $1.04 to $1.06, so we'll just call it $1.05, shall we? Has been a pretty decent level of support resistance in this previous little it looks to me like a very choppy but standard accumulation range, to be honest with you, in standard XRP fashion. So we go to $1.04 and then we go slice right through the price there, and we can see that tops around here, the supports around here, and the final breakdown was around that level. We had a bit of interesting level around here as well. So it's not the worst place for it to be, and this is just for it today, you know, for a trade to be made, and that would be where I'd expect the rejection. However, as we talk about 50-50s, asymmetrical triangles, we can also think about the measured move. Now, if we just measure this move out, you know me, I don't really normally do this, but you've got to have some kind of clickbait title, otherwise I just get lost within the lost in the mix, you see. Because truth doesn't sell, does it? And people don't like truth. They like moons. They like the moon. So let's just say we broke out of this, you know, let's say February, you know, and the way that the market looks to me, I'm pretty optimistic about it. So we could say, all right, from the current price action to the top of here, that would be a 220% move, putting us up towards about $2.45-ish at its top. And again, XRP likes to have a bit of a massive ramp up and then a demolishing moment, another ramp up, demolishing moment. This is how it likes to move. So it sounds unrealistic when you put that into, you know, when you say that, when you hear it out loud, you know, it's like I'm having an out of body experience looking down at myself now, you know, with those words, $2.40 XRP, you know, and you go, what are you talking about? But I mean, that's the reality of the move, and obviously we trade XRP, we've traded it for a while. We know that it does these big pumps, you know, once it reclaims strength. You know, this was a 200% move, no big deal. It's just, you know, just like a normal rally for XRP. We'll measure it from the last retest of the 50 exponential here. That was a 300% move, you know, 336 move. So it's not out of the realms of possibility. In fact, it's kind of normal behavior, really. And in fact, as the rallies get more stronger and stronger, it might even be a conservative area to think about, you know, $2.40. But that was the weekly. Let's have a look at the daily. What's changing on the momentum? Nothing much. You got a bit of a ticking up of the histogram, but nothing particular. RSI was broken out. We had a little rally here. We've come down to have another RSI breakout, I would say, here from this previous consolidation of momentum there. So we've got another RSI breakout. Money flow index at a nice low read, ready to come up if it wants to, if the market allows for that to happen. So the daily is looking okay. We'll just take it to a 4 hourly now, just to have a look, because obviously we do have that death cross there on that daily. The death cross for XRP took place a long time ago on the 4 hourly. Right, so so we're trending above all major moving averages here. Still below the cloud. The cloud sort of dissipating completely at about 78 cents. Chiku span all the way down here. So really we want to see a push towards the 84 cent zone, the 200 exponential on the 4 hourly here. That's what we really want to see. And if we don't get that, then yeah, we run the risk of breaking down out of this formation. We're not particularly over you know, super high or anything like that. We've got the bullish divergence, which appears to be playing out quite nicely on this 4 hourly. You get that a lot with all these cryptos at the moment, Bitcoin included. We've got bullish divergence forming on a lot of the time frames. I think on this 4 hourly to ask for a larger push at this moment in time, or at least over this, maybe the rest of this week, to be honest with you, is quite unrealistic. We want to see a green portion of the cloud over here. We want to see price action and a Chiku span above the cloud. We've already got a cross, but that's only one component of the 3 that we look for another big move up. So let's just quickly take it over to the Bitcoin pair, see what's going on over here. So we're above all major moving averages in here. This looks a lot more like an accumulation phase versus Bitcoin, so this is a bit more reassuring. And this is what I've been saying. It's like I'm sure someone must have said it before, but I want to call it a catchphrase, or at least what's going on at the moment. The secret's in the sats, I think. The secret is in the sats. So on the 4 hour, it's looking okay as far as accumulation and posture for moving averages are concerned. Being above them is always good, especially being above every single one of them is really good. Bollinger Bands are pinched though, so there's no real momentum to push and drive those Bollinger Bands and stretch them out. We're not really getting that. We're getting where the histogram is green and it's about to cross over to the 0 point, which is good as well. So that's the 4 hour looking okay there, and it's leveling out at it's been around this level for a long time, about 1800 sats, been there for ages. If we have a look at the daily portion over here is green. We're waiting for the cheeky span to cross into the price action, which would take, let's just measure it from where we are right now, how many days or weeks would this take? So about a week and a half to a couple of weeks we'll have that opportunity for a break with the one. Actually, no, we don't even have a cross. Now looking at this is the first time I've looked at it. This could actually cause an enormous continuation of a rally, but it will take longer than we expect. So you see this green portion, the blue portion of the this line here. This is your that's your baseline. This is your conversion line. And what you want to get is that crossing over here. If that happens above the cloud, with being with price action and a Chiku span all being above the cloud, that actually would be a signal for a continuation of a trend. So actually, this could shape up to be a really good signal, but it's definitely not going to happen anytime soon. We obviously need to get above all these areas, especially the 200 exponential. But on the Bitcoin pair, this is way more encouraging than the tether pairing, and it's this sort of move which could launch it up into those big zones. You see, an actual, rather than just a pump and a dump. This could be a sustained pump in XRP fashion, which sometimes can take us, between a few days to a couple of weeks before it starts and reaches its peak. It can happen quite aggressively. So, I like the way that this is shaping up. Just remember, there's no signal in play here, and I wouldn't really particularly get bullish on it until it's over and closed and retested, had a bullish retest and a good reaction to the 200 exponential. On this, which is 1900 sats at the moment and descending, so getting lower and lower each time. Overall, though, on a risk to reward basis, I think XRP is still holding up quite nicely. Flat level of support over here as well on a horizontal, which comes in at 1660 sats, which is pretty good as well. So a very strong level of support versus Satoshi pairings. A nice move brewing on the daily as well, which could then bring it up into an uptrend. And your asymmetrical triangle, to which we are at support at the moment. So there's a lot of good things to talk about when it comes to XRP. We've already got our measured move, so an idea of where it could likely go up to realistically, and potentially even more. So yeah, I like it. I've always liked it, and it might be worth holding with it for this next move certainly. For me, I like to accumulate XRP through derivatives trading. I know I don't talk about it much, but through coin futures, through Bybit basically, and so essentially all I do is wait for these signals to click into place, like the really strong signals, and then I just go long, usually doubling or tripling the amount that I've got, putting those into storage and carrying on with the 10,000 which I use as a float. So for me, it's XRP is almost like a way of life, really. It's like my favourite coin to do derivatives with. How could it not be when the signals that when they get generated cause big massive pumps like this in such short spaces of time? This is like the sort of chart in reverse of what bears like to trade. Bears like big fast moves, which is what you get from bear markets, really. You don't normally get such nice huge stab ups, clean and clear and crisp, like you do with XRP, which is why it makes it a good chart to trade derivatives with. And if you're learning to trade, I'd suggest this would be one of the charts that you want to have a look at. I think one of the main reasons it's such a good chart to try and trade is because of its age. XRP came out in 2013 or 14. It's been around for a while, and with age becomes maturity and wisdom. And what I'm actually referring to is the moving averages and the signals that are generated take a lot longer to form. You can take them a bit more seriously than something that was that's only been trading 6 months or a year or maybe even just 2 years. To be honest with you, you need a longer chart history for signals and indicators to really be generated with any kind of conviction. Right, so I'm going to leave it with you there, but thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a nice day. Join the Telegram and the Patreon. We're doing a live stream tonight if you're interested. £7.50 a month, 2 live streams a week. Other than that, I hope you have a nice day and take it easy.